Who says Friday the 13th isn't lucky, huh? Yeah, earlier today, being out here was definitely in doubt, and it's turned out to be a lovely evening. So welcome, everybody. Maybe lovely was a bit of an exaggeration. Lovely as compared to what might have been. But I welcome everybody here to help us celebrate the 59th commencement of Oyster High School and to participate in the graduation ceremony for the class of 2014. I'd like to now cheer for the class of 2014. I'd like to start by welcoming some of our honored guests that are here tonight. First of all, I'd like to welcome our various school board members who have made it here tonight. Ken Rotner, Sarah Farwell. Okay, I'd like to thank you for being here. I'd also like to thank Chairman Tom Newkirk for being here. As well as Assistant Superintendent Carolyn Eastman and Superintendent Dr. James Morse. So thank you for being here. Obviously, we're all here to celebrate the end of a 13-year journey that you've all been on. Many of you have been in the Oyster District that entire time. That's one of the neat things about this community. And so we're here to celebrate you and to eventually issue your diploma. So I'd like to call for the president of the class of 2014 to come forward and to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and then offer some remarks. And I should have said Andrew McDonald.
What can you do? So we're doing the pledge now? Where is the flag? Right here. All together now. I pledge allegiance to the flag, the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Fantastic. Beautiful audience. Lovely weather we're having. All right, let's do this. So when I started writing this speech about 45 minutes ago, I found myself at a loss for words. What do I say about all of these admittedly good-looking people in front of me? Where do I start? Where do I end? And how do I spell admittedly? You see, it's challenging to talk about the class of 2014 because we're all so vastly different and at the same time so similar to one another. There's an element of uniqueness about this class that is difficult to pinpoint. We're not a class strictly divided by our interests, but instead a class each with our own passions, beliefs, and perspectives. We are individuals. We understand these values and perspectives to be our own, yet we recognize the value in sharing our experience with others, and in turn allowing others to share with us. Our lives are enriched and made more colorful when we share them. Life is not a game of collecting photos and climbing ladders, but a journey, a quest. This quest is defined by the people we surround ourselves with. To the quest, they bring new, interesting perspectives, different ways of understanding one another, and the reminder that no matter how dark the times may seem, we are never alone. This is one among many of the lessons I've learned from these goofy kids in the gowns here today. Though we like to bicker, and trust me, we do a lot of that, especially recently. We all love each other. We always have each other's backs when it counts. We know when to come together, when to abandon our differences, and when to reach out to one another. We are intelligent, driven, and focused, yet we understand that these are not the characteristics that make us human. We understand the value in relationships, in touching the lives of others, and in being there for one another. The wild world of high school can be so engrossing and distracting that we often don't realize just how far we've come. So now I feel it's important to recognize how far we have come. Don't take graduating as a given, because it is not. Everybody here today has earned the right to be here. Everybody. Whether it was staying up late, writing position papers, struggling to make SID-Ed videos that weren't accidentally provocative, or finding the perfect ratio of duct tape to balsa wood to make a mouse car fly. We have each invested a lot of time and effort into our educations and, more importantly, into ourselves, and that is worth celebrating. From Exchange City and the Seacoast hike in middle school to the jail trip and hikes up Chicorowa, it can't be denied that we've had a lot of memorable times with each other. By the way, I should clarify for those of you who weren't there, the jail trip was a field trip. Nobody stayed, and we were all back by 2:30. Anyways, my point is, this has been a really crazy ride, and we have all earned the privilege of sitting here. However, there is no way we could have arrived here by ourselves. We wouldn't have made it without some other incredible people here tonight. They have been here since the first day of freshman year to help unlock our lockers, or remind us that we were, in fact, in the library and not the gym. They have continued to be there for us, whether it was staying after class to give extra help, or simply asking how the weekend was. Our teachers are unique in that they are humans first and teachers second. They see in us individuals, not students. They strive to help us realize our potential and are willing to go to great lengths to help us truly understand the material that they're teaching and relate it to ourselves, instead of simply memorizing facts and figures. Like many Oyster River students, I've had the pleasure of building personal relationships with my teachers. In them, I have found vibrant, thoughtful, and caring individuals, people who have sincerely changed my life. Earlier this year, while I was going through a difficult time, one of my teachers took notice. He asked me to stay after class, and though I was nervous he'd grown savvy to the growing presence of dinosaur drawings in my notes, the conversation turned out to be insightful and rewarding. We talked about what I was struggling with and what I could do to overcome it. This teacher spoke to me not as a superior, but as somebody genuinely concerned for my well-being, somebody who wanted to see me excel. This was unbelievably powerful to me, and it is not something I will soon forget. For a teacher to proactively reach out to a student and offer to talk about a conflict or just the trials and tribulations of high school speaks volumes to the dedication and compassion of the teachers and staff at Oyster River. These are the incredible individuals who deserve our thanks. They work harder than many of us can possibly understand, and they deserve just as much recognition as we do. I speak for all the students at Oyster River when I say thank you for being there for us, thank you for believing in us, and thank you for respecting us. We will not forget the marks you have left on our lives and the parts you have played in each of our personal quests. I want everybody to take a moment and consider how wildly privileged we are to be here, not in left field, but in this community. That was a pretty good one. This community, this wonderful gathering of warm hearts and open minds. The Oyster River community has provided many of us an environment of safety, understanding, and peace in which to grow and learn. We are surrounded by people who want to see us achieve all that we can, and for this we should be grateful. However, just because we've had such privilege in our upbringings does not give us an excuse to be bystanders. No. We are, sorry, that was big. We have responsibility to ourselves, to this community and to our global community to make the world a better place. It is not an option for us to sit back and hope for a brighter day. We must take action. We must stand tall where injustice casts its shadow and refuse to compromise our morals for the petty materialism that surrounds us. We must reach out to those who do not know the comfort and peace we have so casually enjoyed and help them to rise. That's what life is about, standing up when no one else will, holding out your hand to brighten someone's day. Life is about making a difference. And so this is my advice to, Love you guys. And so this is my advice to you. No matter where life leads you, never allow yourself to be a passenger. Approach life with the openness to experience the unknown, the understanding that you will make mistakes, and the courage to overcome those mistakes. Love the people around you and love yourselves, and the rest will fall into place. Finally, I'm proud to announce that in the spirit of improving the global community and bringing people together, the class of 2014 will be donating $1,000 to the Appalachian Mountain Club in honor of Quest Yeager and all of the lives he has touched. With us, we take along his gentleness, his kindness, and his friendship. It's been an honor to be a president, and I wish you all the best of luck as we embark on this next quest together. Thank you.
Okay, if we could be seated. Okay, I would now like to introduce Alyssa Bengrazi, who will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I would now like to invite Salutatorian Aidan Conrad up to offer his words of wisdom. Are they up in here? Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okie doke. My dad always said, if you're not first, you're last.
Needless to say, I've been sleeping outside for the last couple of weeks. In all seriousness, though, my name is Aiden Conrad, and thank you for letting me speak to you today as your class of 2014's Salutatorian. I feel like I'm up here as the odd one out. Laurel is the #1 graduate, Andrew is the class president, Mr. Allen is the principal. I'm the 4th speaker they need to fill up the 2 hours. With that in mind, I want to speak to the rest of the class of 2014. I want to let you know that if you aren't class president or valedictorian, you still have a chance to be successful, to do what you want to do, and to be who you want to be. There are many well-known or famous people who weren't class president or valedictorian. My first example is someone who I know is a personal favorite of many in our class, seeing as his poster was hung up in the core nearly all year long. Mr. Charlie Sheen, surprisingly, wasn't his class's valedictorian or class president. But hey, he still turned out pretty good. 3 Golden Globe nominations, 3 Emmy nominations, and 3 actress wives sounds pretty successful to me. He had a little stint in rehab and all that, but Tiger's blood never hurt anyone, and he's still winning. Secondly, Richard Nixon is another nice guy who didn't quite reach the mountaintop of valedictorian or class president. He graduated 2nd in his class and went on to bigger and better things, even becoming president of the United States. Sure, he didn't exactly finish his term, but I always say it's the effort that counts. Finally, I want to give a shout out to the athletes in the crowd with yet another solid role model who wasn't class president or valedictorian. Tiger Woods began golfing at age 1 and won his first major by age 20. He has now won over 100 tournaments worldwide, including 14 majors. Coincidentally, 14 was also the number of mistresses he was reported to have. But to each their own, I guess. With these 3 outstanding gentlemen to look up to, it's hard not to be encouraged about our prospects as a class. Although they are probably not the persons of highest character, I think we can learn something very important from Mr. Sheen, Mr. Nixon, and Mr. Woods. Each of them used their talents and their skills to achieve their goals. They set their dreams and aspirations high. Through hard work and dedication, they were successful, and you can't fault them for that. I know many of the kids in the class of 2014 personally, and I know that each and every one of you has your own unique talents and gifts. Every single person wearing a cap and gown today has the ability to achieve great things. With hard work, with grit, with determination, the sky is the limit. So do it. Find the thing you like, the thing that motivates you, and go for it. You never know how high you can go and how much you can achieve until you find out for yourself. Who knows? Maybe someday some smart-ass kid will write a speech about you too. Thank you.
Okay, we will now have a musical selection entitled Knowing When to Leave.
'cause like a fool I don't know where to So I keep hoping day after day as I wait for the man I need, night after night as I reach for the love I can't leave. Though I'm sure that no one can tell where their wishes and hopes will lead, somehow I feel there is happiness just waiting there for me. When someone walks in your life, you just better be sure you're right. Lots of these wrong, there are heartaches and tears you must pay. Keep your eyes on the door, never let it go out of sight. Just be prepared when the time is come for you to run away. Still when the wind starts to blow, 'cause like a fool I don't know where to
Okay. I would now like to ask that you hold the beach balls, please. I would now like to invite Valedictorian Laurel Gibson to the stage to offer her words of address.
Hi, everyone. When people found out that I was going to be making a speech at graduation, the most common response I received was, "For the love of God, please keep it short." I'll try. But no promises because I really have no idea what the hell I'm doing. In fact, if someone had told me 4 years ago that I would be making this speech in front of all of you today, I would have laughed in their face. Back then, I was still an awkward 13-year-old whose self-esteem had recently suffered a hard blow after being forced by Mr. Irvin to sing in front of my entire class of 20. But here I am now, this time in front of hundreds. And although my singing skills have not really improved much since 8th grade, I can honestly say that my confidence has, and that's mostly in part to the amazing faculty here at Oyster River and the experiences with which they have provided me. Their projects and activities, although grueling at times, were indeed worth it. And as for all those all-nighters you may have had to pull in order to accomplish them, let's just say they built character. The Power of One project that took months to complete freshman year, worth it. Slaving away over your A2 Trig conic project, worth it. Discussing the meaning of happiness in your philosophy class until your head hurt, worth it. And throwing away your shame and dancing the polka in gym class, most definitely worth it. Our teachers have taught us how to be independent, how to communicate, how to think critically, and how to cooperate. And perhaps most importantly, they've taught us how to face our fears. We've all been pushed outside of our comfort zones at some point during our time here at Oyster River, and it is from these experiences that we have transformed. As graduating seniors, we have spent over 2,300 days in school. Although with the wonderful attendance policy, or rather lack of attendance policy we had last year, I'm sure a lot of us spent far less time in school. But still, that's essentially a third of our lives. We wouldn't be the people we are now without Oyster River. It is a part of who we are, and it's a part of who we will be. I'm not going to lie, the one thing that was running through my head as I left the high school after my last day ever of high school classes was freedom, finally. But that is mostly because I'm so ready to experience something new. and to utilize the skills I've learned here at Oyster River, as I'm sure a lot of you are too. Of course, it will be hard to leave the friends and memories you gained at Oyster River behind, but this is what we've been working towards. We're ready, and it's time for us to make our way into the real world. I'm not ashamed to admit that the bulk of this speech was written between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m. in front of the That 70s Show marathon. Like most seniors, I suffered from a severe case of senioritis and found myself looking for every possible way to procrastinate from writing the speech. This procrastination usually ended in me watching Netflix and ignoring all of my responsibilities. But it was actually during one of these Netflix marathons that inspiration struck. In one episode of That 70s Show, Eric Foreman says to his mother, "But I don't want to go outside. There are people out there." As simple as that quote sounds, it resonated with me, and I feel like a lot of us seniors can relate to this to our fear of the real world. Some of us may be taking a gap year, some joining the workforce, and some joining the military. And also, a lot of us are headed off to continue our education in college. But really, for the first time ever, we chose our own path. I'm guessing a lot of you are feeling uncertain or scared about what's next. Don't be. I know the world outside can seem intimidating, like who's going to do your laundry now that you're away from your mother? I'm still trying to figure that one out. But in all seriousness, Oyster River has prepared us unbelievably well and provided us with a wealth of experiences that should make us ready and excited to go out and see what the world has to offer. Some people say that high school is the best 4 years of your life. Don't let it be. That would be super lame, and you'd be like the weird uncle in Napoleon Dynamite who relives his high school glory days by playing football in his backyard by himself. Always remember to look forward to the future. The opportunities are almost endless, and this realization is liberating. There are so many new places you have yet to see, people you have yet to meet, and things you have yet to try. Sure, life isn't all rainbows and lollipops, but go out there and make something happen. This is only the beginning. High school is a mere stepping stone in your life, a platform helping you continue on to bigger and better things. Now is the perfect time to reinvent yourself, to break out of your high school stereotypes, and to pursue your passions. As you step forth into the real world, for a while, life may seem like your first day in high school all over again. There are going to be a lot of different paths to take, and you're probably going to get lost at some point, but like you experienced here at Oyster River, there's always going to be someone there to help you along the way. Oyster River has taught us how to think, how to learn, and most importantly, how to grow as individuals, and that knowledge isn't going away. Class of 2014, wherever you go, make sure you're happy. And if you're not, think about what you can do to change that. Never feel trapped in a situation and continue to mold and transform as the years go by. A happy life is a successful life, and always remember that it is the relationships you build and the experiences you have that add meaning to your life. So, I will leave you all with some wise words from Winnie the Pooh as you begin this new adventure in your life. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Never forget that. Congratulations, class of 2014. I wish you the best of luck. We made it.
Okay, we're now going to present the Special Faculty Award. The Special Faculty Award is given in recognition of a student who has made an exceptional contribution to Oyster River High School. The student is a character role model for his or her peers and is known by the majority of the faculty. The award honors a senior who has demonstrated leadership and commitment to service to the school community and recognizes an individual who is honest, loyal, and dedicated to others before self. This evening, we are proud to honor two members of the class of 2014. The first award will be presented by Louise Stoddard.
Good evening. I am honored to be presenting this first Special Faculty Award tonight to a young woman who embodies the spirit and soul of Oyster River High School through her daily enthusiasm, positive outlook, and motivation. Whether she is inspiring preschoolers in the PEP program, helping to coordinate a fundraiser or class activity, or bringing the pages of the yearbook to life, she tackles every job with nothing less than her best effort, living her belief that the only effort worth giving is your best one. The words cannot never appear in her vocabulary as she encourages her fellow classmates, family members, and teachers to approach each day with optimism and goodwill. As a member of the girls' hockey team, she exemplifies the importance of team pride, dedication, and the understanding that every player brings a valued contribution. In and out of the classroom, this insightful and talented individual has a knack for helping people work together for a common purpose. Her ability to create an environment of cooperation, appreciation, and respect for what each of us brings to the table is a natural gift. Perhaps it is the heart of a teacher we see in her, as she believes in the potential each of us possesses, even when we might not see it ourselves. Viewing each day as a new opportunity, she lives in a way that honors her family, her friends, and peers. From her, we see that success is measured in one's ability to evaluate a situation, choose a course of action, adjust your strategies, persevere, and learn from your mistakes. Her compassion, humor, motivation, and unending joyful smile are infectious to those around her and evident in the life she lives. Attending Keene State University in the fall to pursue a dual teacher certification in elementary and special education, the Oyster River High School faculty, myself included, is so proud to give this special faculty award to Maggie McNamara.
The second special faculty award will be presented by Karen Van Dyke.
It's on.
I wasn't expecting this.
Transitioning to a new high school can be very difficult. Transitioning to a new high school and making an impact on the whole school can be even more challenging. Transitioning to a new high school, making an impact on the whole school, while navigating a new language and culture seems impossible. However, this is exactly what this student has managed to accomplish. This young man came to the United States determined to succeed. With incredible drive to embrace his new surroundings and learn all that he could, he brought Oyster River a passion for education, a quick and genuine smile, a fresh perspective, and an infectiously friendly personality. In his 3 short years here, he has created a new club to introduce the students to a different culture, has donated over $1,500 worth of invention prize money to the high school, has squeezed in every opportunity to expand his knowledge, and has managed to make close friends in every grade level. He might not have understood all of the nuances of the American culture, but he has shown many times the universal value of kindness and acceptance. The Oyster River High School Faculty Award is presented to Dong Dong Gao. I gotta finish. Dong Nan, you have had a profound impact on our school, and we will be forever grateful for the valuable lessons you have taught us. Your smile, laughter, humor, and charm will be missed. Thank you.
The next part of the ceremony is probably the part we have all been waiting for, the awarding of diplomas. Whoops, sorry. Thank you. It's handwritten. My mistake, I apologize. One more thing, I'm sorry. I'm new at this. 2 awards I wanted to give out first, so I apologize for skipping it. We've actually already met these 2 fine individuals. However, we do want to recognize them individually for being the Salutatorian and Valedictorian. I'd like to invite Aidan Conrad to come to the stage to receive his award. And I would like to invite Laurel Gibson to come to the stage to receive her Valedictorian Award. Now we'll award the diplomas.
Sana Ashraf. Veronica Ackerman. Jeffrey Algrim. Logan Aldrich. Jason Alphonse. Shana Agros. Elizabeth Adesano. Eliza Balch. Alyssa Bangrazi. Jan Bartos. Isabel Began. Wade Belanger. Daniel Belshaw. Nicholas Bernier. Amelia Borner. Rebecca Brown. Christopher Buchanan. Tyler Bugby. Paul Burgess. Landon Burt. Alessandro Calzone. Lucinia Caro. Haley Cedarholm. Carlisle Chiodo. Sean Coet. Noah Conrad. Ashley Constantino. Kaya Cooley. Liam Cooney. Hannah Coro. Emily Coughlin. Cecilia Cunningham. Alec Sepio. Ariodante Dantilio. Jonathan Dana. Kelly Davis. Aiden Dempsey. Alyssa Doucette. Hannah Epstein. Griffin Ersick. Alexander Eustace. Connor Fitzhenry. Jonathan Phones. Kai Forsey Rodriguez. Catherine Fritter. Christopher Gallant. Adam Geddes. Rebecca Geddes. Catherine Geiger. Laurel Gibson. Leah Gelzer. Shelby Grogan. Donyan Guo. Catherine Haas. Aisha Hallaby Weston. Austin Hansen. Noah Kardakoff. Elizabeth Hart. Michaela Hartford in absentia. Claire Hawks. Matthew Healy. Hannah Hers Khan. Maxton Hewitt. Robert Hill. Alicia Hiltunen. Kelsey Hogan. Abigail Howard. Emily Howard. Jesse Howard. Gloria Hull. Hannah Igo. Adam Jeffrey. Clayton Jerry. Derek Jones. Haley Jones. Julia Katz. Ryan Kerrigan. Sydney LaValle. Caitlin Lawrence. Nicholas Lazar. Danielle Lelio.
Brian Lesniak. Celia Libby. Martina Lefquist, Certificate of Attendance. Jocelyn Lachlan. Augustin Loriro. Isabel McLean. Patrick Madden. Michael Mandeville. Jessica Mark Anthony. Hannah Mueller. Tiffany Marshall. Amanda Martin. Zachary Martin. Claire McCarthy. Andrew McDonald. Michael McDonough. Maggie McNamara. Gabrielle Meyerson. Miranda Miller. Jenny Mistretta. Neil Mistretta. Christopher Moreau. Samantha Morris. Jesse Murdoch. Kelly Murphy. Mercedes Murphy. Anika Nahar. Adam Nelson. Joshua Nyman. Jack Nimmo. Thomas O'Brien. Trevor Oakes. Laura Olivier. Sophia Pavlidis. Trevor Peppers. Ryan Pitkin. Jeremy Plisek. Haley Poff. Philip Posset. Seamus Potter. Timothy Rader. Richard Reese in absentia. Brandon Richard. Taylor Rio. Bronwyn Ritchie. Aaron Robert. You can take it off. Evan Rogers. Christopher Rouleau. Colby Runk. Emily Sagnella. Natalie Saylor. Claire Salmon. Hannah Schmidt. Alaric Schuster. Matthew Siegel. Jason Shamesman. Alexandra Silverman. Adam Smath. Cooper Smith. Morgan Smith. Amanda Suvanaseng. Isabel Steele. Adam Stevens. Ethan Stewart. Sandra Strojan. Lauren Sullivan. Hannah Switzer. Dakota Terry. Drew Tebow. James Tuliano. Megan Valancourt. Kara Vasile. Emily Vaughn. Brenna Walzak. Charles Waters. Cody Wilson. Andrew Walcott. China Wong. And Will Woodruff.
Okay, now before this ceremony is officially over, I have to officially pronounce you graduates. So I have a couple of things I wanted to mention before I do that. First of all, I did want to take a moment. We actually have, I noticed in a number of the speeches, there are kids who talked about the teachers here who've had a real impact on their lives. We have 4 teachers retiring at the end of this year that between the 4 of them represent about 120 years of Oyster River teaching. And I would like to just take a moment to recognize Mary Kishbaugh, Louise Stoddard, Lou Mraz, and Dave Nichols. Okay, this next part, I promise I'll make it short. When I was thinking about what I wanted to say before I pronounced you guys graduates, I had flashbacks to being many of your sixth grade social studies teacher 7 years ago. And, you know, this class is full of just remarkable individuals. Watching the slideshow today as we were kind of reminiscing during the rehearsal time, it was remarkable to see your faces. Jack, you haven't changed a bit since sixth grade. You're a little taller, but your face is the same. But anyway, as I stood up here on the stage and I had the honor of shaking all your hands as you graduate, I can't help but point out there are a number of students in this class who had various struggles, just to put it mildly, to get to this point. And you know who you are, but I cannot tell you how proud I am of you at this point. You've reached the end of your 13-year high school education. And I just hope that you remember this night fondly and remember it as a point of real pride, because this is the night you became Oyster High School graduates. So with that being said, please stand. Move your tassel from right to left. I now present to you, as graduates of Oyster High School, the class of 2014. Due to the weather, we're not going to do a processional out, so congratulations everybody and enjoy your celebration.